Hi, I'm Mike Winkler, and I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain in Issaquah, Washington.
And I'm E.J. Bowles. I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain on Mercer Island, Washington.
EJ, in our last video blog post, we spoke about how to select a listing broker. So I thought the logical next step was to talk about open houses.
That's right, Mike, and I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding in the industry and among sellers about the relative value of an open house. Sellers oftentimes think that it's a fantastic way to sell their home, and that may or may not be true.
Well, in fact, as the grasshopper, I have the National Association of Realtors statistics, and so 4% of buyers use open houses as their first step in the buying process. However, interestingly, 45% of buyers used open houses to gather information. 12% attended open houses frequently, and 39% found that the information that they gathered from open houses was very useful. And with all of that, 11% actually bought a home that they attended through an open house.
Right, so that puts it in perspective that you have about a 1 out of 10 chance of selling a home to a prospective buyer, and meaning the home that you're holding open. So when we think of it that way, those are not great odds, but probably still worth holding an open house.
True, but there's other reasons why brokers will do open houses, and quite frankly, it benefits the public and the homeowner, the seller in this case, in many ways. So brokers will use open houses to gather or acquire additional clients. I mean, the statistics say it all. 1 in 10 buy an open house, but those other 9 folks that come in are going to go somewhere and use somebody. And so there's an opportunity to gather clients that way. But more importantly, from our perspective as brokers and managing other brokers, open houses force a competent broker to do a lot of research about the neighborhood that they're holding the open house in, where they've got their listing, about the general market, the hypermarket. So the knowledge that's gained by a good broker in the process of listing the home and doing the open houses benefits everyone, including those 9 people that come in and buy somewhere else, because at some point they're going to get the benefit of that knowledge.
That's right, and so that knowledge gets shared with everybody. Ultimately, what we're talking about then is really setting, as we talked about in an earlier blog post, the correct expectations, so that for a seller, realizing that I have about a 10% chance of selling my home to a buyer through an open house. So therefore, does it make sense to have an open house every weekend at a listing? Probably not. Once a month, a couple of times a month? Probably so. Of course, it depends upon the specifics of the home. Maybe someone has a home that has a lot of artwork in it, and is very expensive, and maybe you would have no open houses at all. So, like with a lot of things that we talk about, it's about expectations, setting the expectations up front, and then managing the process from there.
Absolutely.
I'm E.J. Bowles.
I'm Mike Winkler. Till next time.